Good evening, sir.
Don't call me sir.
Okay, Cyrus then.
Yeah, anything.
So the satire and comedy show, the week that wasn't, completed 10 years recently.
It's a satire comedy show. No one told me.
That's what it looks to us at any rate.
Tell me.
So
Yeah.
looking back at when you started, what motivated you to move into such uncharted territory?
Rajdeep Sardesai called me up. He was editor-in-chief of CNN IBN. He wanted to do a Jon Stewart style show. I was working with MTV, so I immediately said no, because as any Indian, I don't want to work more than I have to. But then he met me and he said, we need to do a show like that. But please remember, our intention is not to topple governments and change society. We just look at the week and review it and have fun. And we'll try to keep it that way. I let the more wise comedians handle the changeovers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're exactly Premchand. It's more like Raju Srivastava in English, with a better looking anchor.
It's interesting you mentioned Jon Stewart because so late night comedy in America is a big opinion maker. At least for
And
us
in Europe,
Canadians.
they all follow the same format, and I suppose so do we in some, as it'll get more and more years.
Yeah. So in America now they have John Oliver, they have Samantha Bee, they have Colbert. Why do you think India is lacking behind?
No, you're only lacking behind because English is still growing. In the Hindi mainstream, Kapil, what's his name? Sharma.
Yeah.
And there are other shows which do really well and have high ratings. They don't get into political satire, that's what. They just stay away because of fear, I suppose. But it's there. It's not like we can't do it. In English, we do it, I think, because basically no one's taking us seriously yet because the numbers aren't that big. But you see in the next 5-10 years, I think we'll have lots of satirical shows. The internet is growing, there are lots of people who are pushing the barriers. So it's there. I think, don't worry. Someone will bring down governments, but not me.
You mentioned about political fear. So it's a recurring sentiment in India that people cannot laugh at themselves. We can laugh at other people, but not we have a very thin skin. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think that's true. We used to do this candid camera show called Bakra. It was a horrible show. And
On MTV.
yeah, and nobody gave us trouble in the lower economic strata of society if we made fun of them. In fact, that was the criticism we got, that you're only targeting poorer people. So like college kids versus poor people, after some time. But when we went up to middle class and upper middle class, they would not let us air it. We have so many examples. They just were very touchy. So it's like they have everything to lose once they reach a certain status in society. It's a bit sad. There's some truth to that. The Indians, we generally don't laugh enough at ourselves. We take ourselves too seriously.
So is it?
For example, in this interview, you made me sit down and stay awake. I wanted to just recline and sleep. But so we do. We need to chill a little. There's no doubt.
Do you think it's a class issue or it's a pan-India issue? A rural-urban divide?
Complicated. I wouldn't say rural-urban, but let me put it this way: where people have less to lose financially, they don't seem to have such a big issue, and they're quite happy after we tell them it's a bakra. As we went up the corporate ladder, we shot with Coca-Cola executives, etc., and we had a lot of problems with them. They wouldn't let us air it, even though their friends had organized it. So obviously there's some sort of problem where they take themselves seriously up the ladder.
So ego is maybe related to the financial
position.
Exactly.
Taking yourself seriously is related to this whole I'm somebody in society, and so that's sad. So I'm telling all the IITians out there, don't take yourselves too seriously, except when you're building bridges. Pay attention. At that point, pay attention. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned Rajdeep Sardesai. So CNN IBN recently saw an overhaul of its TV anchors.
Correct.
With a lot of senior journalists leaving.
Not just TV anchors, the 30-40% people disappeared one Friday. We came to work and there was like 8 people left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So has the working atmosphere changed?
No, but that all happened on that terrible May in 2014, was it? Or 15? I can't remember.
Yeah.
So that's a long way back. So then, for a month or two, it was a bit headless. But then we've got new people in, Rajdeep and the management couldn't come to terms. They had their own problems, which is beyond my scope to understand. And so we have to, sorry? So they sort of moved, he moved his way and they moved another way. But now they have new management and they're all very nice. Only problem is coffee is only served after 11 in the morning. So this reaches them at CNBC, do something with the coffee. Why coffee after 11? What's with that, man?
That's an interesting perspective.
It's a huge problem. In IT, you can fix it.
We certainly will try.
Please.
Lastly, sir, any message to the budding journalists and comedians here at IIT?
Actually, when I've toured IIT, I've shot in IIT Chennai, I've shot in Mumbai, I've shot in many other management places. Kharagpur I've shot. God, I hope I remember everywhere I've shot. But I've shot many times in Powai in the old days. because I'm as old as Mangal Pandey, so we won't get into that. But there was so much talent in terms of singing, dancing, mimicry, comedy and all that. You know, many people are just pushed into IT because they're good at studies as well.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that stops maybe in the next generation. And if you identify the talent of your child, he doesn't have to be an engineer. And no disrespect to IT, it's a great place to be and you've all done well to come here.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes I feel I saw a guy and I thought, this guy's really a good singer. And then he'll be a great singer, but no one will ever know beyond his group, and that's a bit sad.
We certainly hope this brings the message
But the
across.
converse is not true, huh?
Oh.
Those singers out there aren't necessarily good engineers. I don't want Sonu Nigam to suddenly be a big musician. So be very careful.
Thank you so
Falguni
much,
Pathak?
sir.
No.